The Game Awards. Wow.
Yes, I was hoping for a new Persona game that is. I still want to be Sydney.
Okay, stop it! You! Okay. A nominee tonight for Best Mobile Game. Monster Hunter Now is the new mobile game from Niantic and Capcom.
I know what the video is called, and I know this has been talked about a lot, but I just have to briefly touch on this terrible event. The games that came out this year were amazing, but somehow the event to celebrate them was incredibly disappointing. And unfortunately, this event and Summer Game Fest are going to be the only big events to celebrate and talk about them, which just sucks. So many adverts, so many cringy jokes, and an arguably weak Game of the Year orchestra. But the biggest disgrace of the night was obviously the speeches. 30 seconds. By just comparing the video on Twitter and the live stream, the winners were literally given about 30 seconds to do their speech before wrapping it up. And this is for the Game of the Year category. These are games that people put their blood, sweat and tears into for years. Think about that. Years of your life dedicated to a singular project. And then when your hard work is recognized, you're either told to squeeze it into 30 seconds or get nothing at all. Okay. On a more positive note, I'm seriously impressed with the games that came out this year. I didn't play all of them, but the games that I did play were amazing. Most of them.
So we can go into the other realm and go down there if you want.
What's stopping you from going in there now? The game that really resonated with me though was Hi-Fi Rush. I love music, rhythm games, stylized games, and I especially love hack and slash games. Hi-Fi Rush encompasses all of that. The thing that blew me away was how literally everything was to the beat. The running, the health bars, the enemies, the cutscenes. It's so impressive.
Fun, get to use these.
And because everything is on beat, it makes the combat even more satisfying when you get it right. You're free to just button mash, but staying on beat is a lot more rewarding and enjoyable. If you're new to rhythm games or not very good at them, this game could actually help you improve your timings. Some of the buttons in this game require a combo to activate them, which helps players perfect their timing and learn the combos. With the comic book aesthetic layered on top of this, you get gameplay that's visually appealing and even more satisfying. The 2D cutscenes, the in-engine cutscenes, the animations, it makes the experience so exciting. But it's not perfect. There are still some potential flaws. Not insanely big, but still worth talking about. Music is an integral part of rhythm games. It's obviously highly subjective, but I don't think the music in levels will resonate with everyone. I personally enjoyed all the soundtracks in the game, even the non-copyrighted boss themes. My personal standout tracks are from the history lesson level, and I think that's probably where the most popular soundtracks in this game come from. But that's the problem. The history lesson level is jazz fusion. Majority of the soundtracks in this game are rock songs, and it can feel a bit repetitive sometimes. I imagine some people would like more variation. It is fitting for the main character since he wants to be a rock star, but it would have been nice to have the soundtrack capture more genres in different levels. The story isn't great, and the dialogue is quite cheesy. However, for a game like this, it really fits. It's like Bayonetta or Devil May Cry. They're just sitting there talking about absolute nonsense, but it's fun to watch and playing is even more fun. I always think about Forspoken when I think of Hi-Fi Rush's dialogue. Two games that came out literally a day apart from each other. Two games that both have cringy dialogue, but the difference is that it fits one game, and in the other, the dialogue is just straight up cringe, and you feel so disconnected from the experience.
I just move shit with my freaking mind!
Majority of the bosses in this game are really good. Memorable designs, cute gimmicks within them, but the most disappointing boss was the Roquefort boss. In terms of the bosses, the game peaks at the Mimosa boss fight and plunges a bit when you reach Roquefort. It's not a terrible fight, but for a boss that takes place after probably the flashiest boss fight in the game, it's quite lackluster. Its ending especially. You have this really cool face-off with Mimosa and then launch her into space, but with Roquefort he just gets money randomly dumped on him and that's that. It kinda just felt like they didn't know how to end the fight. And well, honestly, I don't have anything else to say. This game is really, really good. There was clearly so much love put into Hi-Fi Rush. It's been a long time since I've sat there and just replayed a game over and over again, not even just for trophies but to have fun. The development team should be so proud of what they've done, and I hope to continue seeing bursts of creativity like this next year. 4 out of 5, no question.
I hear the sirens calling me, baby. shore. Get me off the ocean floor.